So have you ever actually wondered what it's like to be on the world's biggest cruise ship? Well, today we're going to find out. We're taking a look at one family's incredible, just off-field trip on the Star of the Seas, and we're turning it into a tour for you. So come on, let's step aboard and see what this thing is all about.
And this quote just hits you right away. I think it's 5 times the size of the Titanic. I'm not kidding. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 5 times the Titanic. That's the kind of mind-boggling scale we're talking about here. It's so big, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around.
So that really gets to the core question, right? Forget the numbers for a minute. What does it actually feel like? What's it like to spend your vacation on a ship that massive? Let's dive into what this family experienced.
Okay, so first up, a ship of superlatives. We're talking about understanding the unbelievable scale here. And honestly, to really get a handle on just how enormous this ship is, you got to look at the numbers. They really tell the story.
The whole experience it's captured in a series of pretty staggering numbers. Let's start with the hard data that really paints the picture.
Okay, how about this? 7. That is the official number of pools on this ship. Yeah, 7 of them. That's one for every day of the week. We're not just talking about a ship that has a pool. This is basically a floating resort with a whole bunch of different places to swim.
So where do you put all this stuff? Well, you go up. The family in the video, they explored all the way up to deck 17, and that wasn't even the highest point. Just try to picture a 17-story building, but it's on the ocean, and it's absolutely crammed with things to do.
And this is what I find so cool. You hear the quote, you go on a deck, and you find another pool. I think there's like 1 million pools on this ship. We know the fact, right? There are 7. But the feeling on board is that they're endless. You just keep discovering more. It perfectly shows how overwhelming and huge the ship actually feels when you're there.
So with all that space, what do they do with it? Well, it's not just big for the sake of being big, that's for sure. Every single deck is just loaded with stuff to do. It's literally a playground on the ocean. I mean, just look at this list of things they found. We're talking full-on basketball courts, miniature golf, all bunch of crazy water slides. There's even a room that's just for ping pong. It's like they took a sports complex and a water park, mashed them together and put it on a boat.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It is basketball court, and then right behind us, the ocean. How sick is that? You're just doing something normal, like playing basketball, but then you look over and there's the ocean. It's that crazy combination that makes it so unforgettable.
All right, you've been running around playing games. Now you're hungry. And the food situation on this ship is really interesting. It's not just your typical cruise buffet. They've gone for something way more modern and honestly super convenient, the food hall.
So the family checked out this place called the Aqua Market, and the whole setup is just genius. You walk into this big, vibrant space. You can wander around and check out all these different food stations. It's kind of like a high-end street food market. And the best part? Everybody in your family can get exactly what they want. No arguments. And the variety is just wow. You want crepes? They got them. Thai food? Yep. Barbecue, Mediterranean, Mexican food, it's all there. See, this is about more than just feeding a ton of people. It's about solving that age-old family problem. What do you want for dinner? Here, the answer is everything.
Oh, and then there's this little bonus perk they found. Free ice cream. All day long. You just go get it yourself. It's a small thing, right? But it's those little details that really make it feel like a real fun-filled vacation.
All right, let's talk about those pools again. We said there were 7, but honestly, that number doesn't even begin to tell the whole story. The way they've designed these areas is super smart. They've created completely different zones for different kinds of people.
And this is the key. They keep things separate. So you've got the family areas, which are just buzzing with energy, pools and water slides everywhere. But then there's a completely different area just for adults. It's got an infinity pool, a DJ, its own bar. It's a totally different vibe. It's pretty amazing how the ship manages to be both a family fun zone and a chill adult getaway at the exact same time. So we've looked at the mind-blowing size, all the non-stop things to do, the endless food choices, but what does it all add up to? When you put it all together, what kind of vacation are you actually getting? Well, it's definitely something way more than just a typical cruise.
And after going through all of that, the family's final verdict was super simple and really powerful. Just, I can't recommend this cruise enough. So clearly it wasn't just good, it completely blew their expectations out of the water.
And that really gets to the core of what these new megaships are all about. This isn't just a boat that takes you from place to place anymore. The ship is the destination. It's a self-contained, floating city designed to be the entire resort experience, right from the second you get on.
Which kind of leaves us with one big question to think about, right? As these gigantic ships become destinations all by themselves, they have more to do than a lot of resorts on land. Is this the future of the all-inclusive vacation? It's a really interesting thing to think about when you consider where the whole travel world is going.